What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the spot where we kick back and react to all kind of different things. All right, so what we got going on today? We're over here on Kyle Hill's channel. Interesting title: YouTube's Science Scam Crisis. This is the newest video that he dropped. I noticed a post that he put saying that as soon as he dropped this one, he was demonetized. Something about him calling out people copying his videos or content that he's been doing. I don't know, but I want to check this out and see what's going on with this. So let's go ahead and get into it.
YouTube has a problem. Most of our
right there. You start a video, YouTube has a problem, we're gonna get demonetized, which means I'm probably gonna get demonetized. But you know what? Let's go ahead and go.
Information ecosystem has a problem at this point, but since I call this little corner of the internet my home, and that's science communication, I have a problem too. The problem is an epidemic of mis- and misleading content made to scam your attention, written and read by bots created by probably nefarious individuals for monetary gain alone. You've probably seen what I'm talking about. How many ostensibly educational YouTube channels like these have you come across? There always seems to be at least one in my recommendations or watch next. I don't think I've ever actually clicked on one of these myself, but I assume that people do, the topics being broad, sciencey, and, well, pretty provocative. Now, I never thought much about these channels until one of my facility members pointed out that there's something a little weird going on with all of them. A possibly coordinated effort to skim your precious attention using mostly auto-generated clickbait that is posing as high-quality science content. And being the scienceman that I am, I take that personally. So let's dive a little bit deeper into YouTube's science spam problem. So with very...
You know what? As a student, because yeah, I'm on the student side. I love learning about this stuff. Yeah, I don't like it either. And I can say that I've seen this. It's the reason why you may have noticed I've only so far have done reactions for this Kyle Hill for science and Star Talk Neil deGrasse Tyson. I will eventually, slowly but surely, add other channels to the science content, but I'm being really careful about it because so far every time I've gone to a different channel to click on it to see what it's about, I'll watch something maybe, you know, by myself. Especially if I'm just bored and everything, like, ooh, science video, especially like, you know, I'm not working. But I'll notice a lot of them are just a lot of fluff. And they'll say, oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about this. And I'm expecting maybe it's one of the Neil deGrasse Tyson's interviews or something like that. And it's literally somebody else, a voice in the background talking about what Neil deGrasse Tyson said instead of actually playing clips, and they're just it's nothing but fluff. There's no actual content there, so I know exactly what he's talking about. I've run into these plenty of times, so yeah, I don't like it either.
Very little searching, I quickly found almost 24 channels representing the problem as I see it. And the first thing you notice is their extreme uniformity. Almost every single one details the same broad, generally interesting science-related topics like the James Webb Space Telescope, aliens, ancient mysteries, mass extinctions, and so on.
And yeah, and the whole James Webb Telescope thing, I'm actually looking, you know, for actual information about what they're doing with it, and like it gets hard because you get all this crap. So yeah, this bugs me too. I'm right with you.
You know, the kind of stuff you'd see on a history channel, but you'd only watch if you fell asleep with the TV on. The next troubling thing that I notice is that these channels publish constantly, some almost every 12 hours. This is a rate that I know is literally impossible for even the best creators to pull off.
Exactly.
No one is this fast.
Only reactors are this fast because we're reacting to the content that's already been made. But when I work on other videos, like my gaming channel, I know that you guys are probably the ones who, you know, those of you who check it out, probably wondering what, you know, when's the next video? It's like I'm working on content for that. And it's like when you're editing videos and doing all kinds of polished stuff and everything, yeah, it takes a lot more time. This reactions are when you can post every day. So yeah, this definitely, look at this. The same day. Look at these two right here. The same day. 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. 3 of them in the same day. Consecutively for like a week from what it's looking like on here. Yeah, that's no.
Not
Something wrong
PBS
there.
space-time, not minute physics, especially not Vsauce get wrecked, not Kurzgesagt, no one. This indicates to me that at least some part of
I got that Vsauce jab. Oh man, that was funny.
these channels' content generation process is automated, cut and paste, or both. Then there are the thumbnails. They are just so cookie cutter that you'd be forgiven in thinking many of these are just the same video across multiple channels, and they might in fact be. The same dramatic images,
Most
the same
likely.
text font, the same arrows and circles pointing at nothing of consequence. This would at best be clickbait on a non-science oriented channel. But on these channels that are representing themselves as educational, these thumbnails are misleading at best and intellectually offensive at worst. Look at this. How many of these images are either AI generated,
come on now.
photoshopped to the point of ridiculousness, or of things that didn't happen or don't exist? I don't know. Most of them? This is not what happened to her. This is not Christina Ricci. That nose is photoshopped. That baby is made to look like a baby from Avatar. She's not sleeping with her cobra. That's a python. That's
And usually these thumbnails have nothing to do with the video. Will go on and it won't even bring up what the thumbnail was about. Ultimate clickbait.
Titanoboa. It did not exist at the same time as humans. No one ever caught that thing. That skeleton is too big. Jet Li doesn't look like that anymore. No one rides spiders. This woman is not Snoke. That crab never existed. She didn't exist. This is this is Photoshop. This is Photoshop. That never existed. This never happened to him. This woman doesn't exist. Those conversations didn't happen. This robot is too big. That one kind of happened. This dog is not Bane.
Kind of like the whole broken clock thing, right? Twice a day. It's like we found one that was legit.
That is not what we discovered in Egypt. No one ever wore that mask to court. And worst yet, there is painfully little creativity here. These channels have identified a few topics, words, and images that do numbers and spam them like crazy. Here, let's play a game real quick. I'm gonna click through a couple channels and see just how quickly I can find a thumbnail with either Michio Kaku, Elon Musk, or Joe Rogan. Essentially, the bong rips of science content. Okay, let's start with the first channel, and here we go. Oh, there's Elon Musk right in the cover. Oh, Elon Musk right on the front page. Elon Musk. The Kaku. Elon Musk, front page. The Kaku, front page. Joe Rogan, front page. Kaku, front page. Joe Rogan, multiple times on the front page. Ooh, oh, the Rogue. Doing pretty good. Nope, Rogan. Ooh, this channel, it doesn't seem like they're spamming any sort of Kaku or Rogan. Surely if I go further, it's not like I'm gonna find something. You got a Musk. We're going to the Kaku. We got the Kaku. We got the Musk. This is all on the first page of all of these things. These people don't do it because they're mostly making stuff up. So this is all getting a little weird, right? And there's no one to actually contact about that weirdness in the channel's About sections. At least I couldn't track down any of the real emails for real people. You go into my About section, you email me, I get that email. Trust me, I read them. And even more telling, in the description for almost every single video on every single one of these channels, it's not, hey, thanks for watching. It's a very long description of why they shouldn't be copyright claimed, or explaining what to do if you want to copyright claim them. It's not like these channels think that using blurry Netflix and Discovery Channel footage is okay. They know what they're doing, and they're trying to get away with it. We haven't even watched a video yet, and it's all suspicious. Videos with tens of thousands or millions of views and millions of subscribers, and yet they have relatively few comments at all. They all have names that are some combination of buzzwords: tech space, future unity, Cosmos Lab, territory space, Voyager space, Destiny space, and so on. All of the logos are exactly the same. The same minimalist design, same white on black, the same video topics, the same thumbnails, the same logos and links to each other. Now, I can't prove that this is a small cabal of evil attention kidnappers, but I would not be surprised. In fact, I'd bet on it. Okay, so just on the surface level, this looks like a veritable tsunami of science spam on the corner of the internet I call home. But the actual content of the content is somehow even worse. Look, it'd be one thing and more forgivable if it was just some guy who you could identify who's grinding out content and trying to beat the algorithm, but it doesn't seem like that. What it seems to be is copy and paste text read by robots over stolen footage on a massive scale. To show you what I mean, I'm gonna play just a random video that I chose from one of these channels. I'm gonna play it behind me to make it less likely that they claim me, which I'm absolutely positive they're going to try to do after this video. Now tell me that this isn't a robot reading some sort of press release.
It is done. All right, I don't know, I'm gonna try to block it out because I don't want to get blocked, but we'll see what happens. I might get blocked anyway.
Which I'm absolutely positive they're going to try to do after this video. Now tell me that this isn't a robot reading some sort of press release.
It has done it again. The James Webb Space Telescope keeps finding galaxies that shouldn't exist.
Come on. And listen to this example of a robot clearly trying to be like the most successful science channel with voiceover, Kurzgesagt. There are many, many channels that try to do the Kurz in a nutshell robot VO.
The human brain is one of the smartest on the planet, but there are some things we just can't wrap our minds around.
And when you listen to it, it's almost nonsensical. That video goes on, by the way, and I'm going to describe what's being shown on screen. The human brain is one of the smartest on the planet. Timeline of Shakespeare to bookstores, but there are some things we just can't.
The human brain is the smartest on the planet. What are you referencing though? Are you comparing it to every other brain from every other animal? Then that's something we kind of already knew. Like, yeah, I get, like, what's that supposed to mean? Like, what?
Can't wrap our minds around. CGI International Space Station? One of those is the paradox. Timeline from your parents to your grandparents. We've evolved to think that...
Yeah, like, wait, which paradox are you talking about? Just the phrase paradox we can't wrap our minds around? Is that what you're trying to say?
Reality is a certain way. But there are paradoxes out there that suggest that reality, CGI alien invasion for some reason, doesn't work the way we think it does. This is auditory visual gumbo. It's words and phrases and images that technically go together just enough to be palatable, but it's
or as my mom used to say, talking without actually saying anything. You give a whole lot of fluff, you threw out a whole bunch of words, but you never actually said anything. There was no sustenance to any of that.
You know, if I'm right, why are these channels doing this? The simplest answer to me is a shotgun method of content generation taking advantage of how YouTube works. By more or less automating a process where you can pump out a clickbait video every few hours. You are putting out so much content across so many different channels, some with millions of subscribers, for so cheap with the least effort that these creators are bound to make some amount of money off of autoplay and trickbait alone, even if they receive a copyright strike. You see, money is only placed in escrow on YouTube after a claim is made. So if, for example, National Geographic never makes a claim on their footage, or even just waits a few hours after a video is published to file a claim, the spammers still get money. It might be a small amount of money, but that's why there are so many channels making videos so often. It eventually adds up. The recent explosion in and access to artificial intelligence only adds evidence to my hypothesis. Search for text-to-speech programs on YouTube, and you will find a similarly thriving ecosystem of channels teaching you how to exploit the system and make money off of almost a fully automated process. No personal creativity needed. The text is written by ChatGPT. The visuals are generated by systems like Midjourney. The voice reading the script is any number of increasingly human-like TTS AIs. And almost all of these tools are free, making the barrier to entry, and therefore the barrier to spamming the platform, negligible. Some of these channels outright acknowledge this, and even give themselves challenges to create successful science-y channels that pull facts, titles, and descriptions from ChatGPT in as little time and effort as possible. I would bet my hair that these tools are behind the epidemic of science spam on YouTube. I mean, just look at how cynical some of these are. Make a bunch of money by just using AI and copy and paste top 10 lists. I said this was going to be a huge problem just a few weeks ago, and it's becoming one even faster than I thought. One of the biggest offenders is Riddle, a channel that I've...
And see, what bothers me about the entire thing with science channels is that you're going to end up giving out a lot of misinformation, which, again, is ass backwards to the entire process. It's like, it's frustrating. People are profiting off of misinformation so much that even the average person is enticed to do it. Then it gets hard for people who actually want to, you know, find accurate information on whatever topic because of this. I don't like it either. I will refuse to participate. I will never be behind any of these ghost channels, I swear.
Actually seen before and thought was legit, but really is no better. Same topics, same nonsense thumbnails, same spam...
And that's why it's hard to find good science channels for this. So yeah, if you guys know of any legit science channels, put them in the comments, because that's the difficulty that I'm having, is finding legit ones that aren't spamming a whole bunch of crap. We have this, we have Star Talk, we have the Science of Science Fiction. I am going to do more of those. But yeah, that's 3 out of all of these weirdly copy paste ones that's been popping up. We need to stick with only watching legitimate content, for real.
Wait a minute. History's worst software errors. That is my video? Ugh. I liked what an author at The Outline called channels like these. Quote, the grown-up version of the spooky, surreal children's videos created to manipulate YouTube's algorithm system. And it works. Watch what happens when I type James Webb Space Telescope into the search bar here. Notice anything? The exact same offending channels that we've been going through index.
And I just said that, didn't I? I was like, I'm actually interested in what's going on with the James Webb Telescope, but every time I try to search for any content that's legit, I get all of this. I just said that earlier. Like, it's ridiculous.
Higher in the algorithm than even 60 Minutes, BBC, or the actual James Webb Space Telescope. This is a real, growing problem. And no, that's not God. But
okay, well, I know which channel to subscribe to, the actual James Webb Telescope. Oh, that is insane.
Now, some of you might be saying, what if I like my science videos written and read by robots over stolen footage?
Well, first of all, I'd say, fun voice, keep going with it. Second of all, I don't think these channels and the videos they're in are actually the equivalent of just trash TV or tabloids. I think these channels are actively harmful. They mis and disinform the public. And
exactly.
I care about that kind of thing.
Exactly, because when you're trying to watch, you know, if you watched a bunch of copy-pasted videos of reality TV, so what? You know, it's whatever. If that's really your thing, you know, go for it, whatever, because that's really not doing anything. But copy-paste science videos leaves a lot of room for misinformation. Remember, most of us, you know, I'm pretty sure there's people who will put on the science video, maybe not listen to it and just have it in the background, whatever. But especially for me, I'm the kind of person that when I do click on a video, I'm usually looking for something that I may not know much about, maybe something that catches my interest, something that I'm like, hey, let's find out, you know, and I'm looking for legit information. And these videos and these channels are pretty much a gateway to misinformation, and it's not a good thing. It's horrible.
These are cash grabs, and worse than that, they are cash grabs that siphon your attention away from better things. They are trapdoors of attention to pits of nonsense. Again, I can't prove this is one person or a small group of people that are making all these videos and channels, even though it seems like that. But what I know for sure is that as an educator on YouTube, and YouTube apparently cares about us, I am offended by this stuff, and I don't want to see it. So what can I do? I make a video like this telling you about it, and I report their butts to the YouTube police. If you want to
That sounds
report
like you
these
really can
channels,
do.
like I did, here's what you do. You log into your YouTube account and then click on the About section. You then click on this little flag down here and you report the user for spams and scams. Next, you can select any examples of the offending videos. Same topic, same title, same thumbnail, same lack of any real content. Bad news, indeed, bad news, indeed, bad news, indeed, bad news, indeed, bad news, indeed. What just happened? You're getting reported. It has an additional comment box if you want to add anything. These videos are ostensibly educational. Nothing. Submitted. Look, who knows if reporting these channels or making a video like this will make a dent in this vibrant, diseducational community. But the least we can do is dislike, unsubscribe, and make sure to unclick that bell. Until next time.
Yes.
Now exiting.
And in reality, one person doing it isn't going to do much. But if everybody started, if everybody who appreciates science videos and these kind of creators all started spam reporting these fake channels, oh, YouTube would do something about it. They would.
The facility.
Thank you so much to the very nerdy staff here at the facility for the direct and substantial support in the creation of this here video.
Oh, yes. Thank you to the staff. Thank you to the Patreons. Thank you to everybody who supports this channel. Yeah, like I said, you'll never see one of those because I've been scouting. And yeah, it's been hard. So again, let me know if you know any great science channels, any legit science channels that you want to see me reacting to, that you want me to add to here. Put them in the comment section so I can add them to a whole science rotation and everything, because I want to get into more science stuff. And I'm going to be doing more of Kyle Hill stuff. So I know a lot of you guys like the Half-Life stories that I've already done, the newer ones that he posted. So that's going to be the journey. So it's not a lot of them for what I've seen. I think maybe 15 or something like that. So we're going to go through those as a story journey and on his channel, and then go on to other stuff right there. So stay tuned for those, all right? And then, yeah, let me know what else you would like to see. And so you guys know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let me know all that information. And let me know what y'all thought about this video and overall. Give me your thoughts. I really want to hear it. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. And subscribe if you haven't done so already, all right? So, till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm out of here.